Hey everyone, my name is Alex and welcome to a brand new Civilization video on the channel. Now, as much as I would love to see Civ 7 sometime soon, I mean sometimes I wake up in the night and I think, I'd love it tomorrow, but really the more I've been thinking about this, the more I think a longer wait might be just what the mainstream branch of the Civilization series needs. So in this video we're going to focus on that overall topic. I'm going to talk about why two big challenges that Civ 7 will face means in my mind Firaxis should bide their time with the next installment of the Civilization series, and therefore what in the meantime they maybe want to do and what Firaxis should do next, maybe before they jump into a full-scale Civ 7. So we're going to cover all that, so let's dive in. So yeah, for a bit of background on this, the Anthology edition of Civ 6 released not too long ago. That was basically the complete edition of Civ 6 with all the Civ 6 content, and that to many people, including a lot of content creators, sort of signaled the end of new content for Civilization 6. It sort of said to us, well, that's probably it. We're probably not going to get another New Frontiers pass or a major expansion. I guess you never know, you know, Firaxis have surprises before. But really, a lot of content creators, including myself, have started moving the discussion onto either other games or what's coming next for the Civilization series. So, with that in mind, Civ 7, I think they should hold off like I said, and as I just mentioned, that's because Civ 7 is going to face two of the biggest challenges that any Civ game has faced before. So the first of these challenges is that Civ 7 will be the 7th edition of the gameplay formula, and keeping it feeling fresh has never been harder. Though over the course of its predecessors the mechanics of the series have of course evolved in certain aspects, actually the core aspects of the series, such as going from founding your first city to building a massive empire, in addition to much of the gameplay, has fundamentally stayed the same or very similar. The core of the Civilization idea is very, very similar. So the concept of Civilization games, yes, it is absolutely fantastic and brilliant, but making the game feel fresh at the 7th attempt takes far more innovation than at the 1st or even the 4th or 5th. Following on from this first challenge, the second challenge that Civilization 7 will face is that all of this difficulty in reinventing itself and keeping it interesting is only compounded by the success of its two predecessors. Now, as most of you appreciate, Civilization 6 is probably the most complete addition to the Civilization series yet. Not only did it boost the core Civilization gameplay and make it so immersive and brilliant, but it also added new features such as the district system, included a crazy number of civs, and by the end of the content, the New Frontiers Pass, Firaxis were really starting to experiment with different types of content, especially with the game modes. They were so innovative and interesting, and all of that content put together made Civilization 6 almost an ultimate Civ experience, and following on from something like that is very difficult. But even with Civ 5, if players maybe didn't take to Civ 6 too much, they're probably still playing Civ 5, because Civ 5 still has a real loyal fanbase, and for Civilization 7 to follow two really strong Civilization games like that, that's going to make it be keeping that interesting and keeping it fresh particularly difficult. Clearly then, with these challenges in front of it, Civ 7 is going to have to get creative. It's going to have to change up some of the well-established parts of the gameplay and wow us all over again to keep the mainline Civ games feeling fresh and actually keep it worth moving on for, because if I'm going to put Civilization 6 down and all the content with Civ 6, then Civilization 7 is going to have to wow me. It's going to have to do something different. It's going to have to really grab my attention, and that's going to take time and effort. So what do I think Firaxis should do then? Would I release Civ 7 next year? Well, probably not. In my view, instead Firaxis should take their time with the next installment into the series, because they've got so much to get on top of. They've got so many ideas they need to work with and fine-tune for Civ 7 to be just as good as Civ 6 is. So let Civ fans continue to enjoy Civilization 6 and its vast array of content for the foreseeable future, and make sure that when Civ 7 does arrive, it's the right game at the right time to succeed the achievements of its predecessor. Now, I'm certainly at a stage now where I would welcome a spin-off to the mainline series, something which has greater freedom to trial new innovative mechanics and trial some of the ideas they may be kind of toying with for Civ 7, and that would give fans not just the experience to try out new mechanics themselves, but it would give them a notably different experience from Civ 6 to dive into, and so that it kind of keeps fans interested, because if you just keep releasing mainline Civ games and content for that, I think eventually the formula will start to struggle a little bit more. So, like I've talked about in previous videos, focus in on maybe one specific era of time, maybe toy with the city builder, I don't know, but I really would like Firaxis to try out some new things and maybe then draw on the ideas of these new things for the next mainline Civ game. But yeah, if I was Firaxis, I'd probably focus in on either the early modern era or the medieval era, or maybe even a world war, and just make something different, because I think they've got a lot of capabilities to do that, and I think they'd actually learn a lot about possible things they could toy with in the next mainline Civ game if they did try it. Thank you so much for watching this video today. To see another one of our Civilization videos, then check out the video in the box on screen right now. Also, please hit the like button if you have enjoyed, and feel free to subscribe and follow me over on Twitter. Thank you for watching. My name is Alex, and I will see you for more Civ content soon.